Hey, I want to speak about GLP-1 drugs because you may have been looking at them and thinking maybe that's the only way I'm going to lose the weight. I would understand that. Now, in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why your hunger is not the real issue. It's not the problem to solve. And I'm going to show you a smarter, proven way to lose weight that actually makes sense and feels good to live with. It is worth understanding this difference and quitting dieting. See, I work with women in their 50s and 60s who have spent a long time trying all kinds of things. And lately, at least, it feels like their body just isn't responding anymore. But once we start feeding our bodies what they actually need, and plenty of it, everything changes. Weight loss gets simple and easy and calm. We don't get that anxious hunger between meals anymore, and our relationship with food finally feels sane. I understand if you've been thinking about appetite suppressing drugs because we've been trained our whole lives to this eat less mentality. But hunger and cravings derail us, so GLP-1 drugs look like a way out. But if you're even a little hesitant to go that route, I think you're right to pause. Why are we even having this stressful, relentless kind of hunger in the first place? What sense does it make? Well, the truth is, hunger is not the enemy. This is not the problem to solve. Hunger is a signal. What is our body trying to tell us? When you feel excessive hunger, no matter how much you eat, it's generally because you haven't been giving your body enough of what it actually needs. And this is a sign of the times. What our body needs is real, nutrient-dense foods in the right amounts consistently. This is the real answer. For the average person living in the Western world, less than half of our calories come from something truly nutritious. This is why no matter how much you eat, your body's saying, I'm still hungry. I didn't think this applied to me. I thought, well, yeah, there's all those people who are eating so much crap, right? But I'm an educated, successful woman now in my 60s. I was in my 50s when I finally kind of got these insights. I cared about eating healthy and I read a lot and I felt I'm smart and successful. I'm not eating that much processed food, but it did apply to me. Even women like me are failing to eat enough real nutritious foods. And this is the real reason our bodies are storing excess fat. It's to protect us from an apparent famine that is the Western diet. I mean, we get enough calories to survive for sure, but too much of our calories are processed foods masquerading as healthy alternatives. We do not get enough real, highly nutritious foods. I've met hundreds of women and some men over the last 6 years doing this work. Not one of them was eating enough nutritious foods. Once they started eating enough nutritious foods, everything started to change. When we suppress our hunger without addressing the nutrition deficit, it's like we're covering up the indicator light, the check engine light in our car, right? Like, I don't want to see that. That's very annoying. I don't want to know what that's saying. And the engine is just breaking down. Same thing. When we're trying to suppress hunger, we're covering up an indicator that our body's not getting what it needs. Instead of covering that up, what if we just decide we're going to learn what our body actually needs? That's what changed everything for me and has changed everything for hundreds of people. So let me tell you, there's 3 steps here to what actually works and feels so much easier and simpler and more sensible. So the first step is start eating a lot more of the foods that actually nourish your body. I'm talking about whole, highly nutritious, unequivocally nutritious foods, not packaged, processed foods that have labels on them that try to persuade you that they're healthy, but real foods, fruits, vegetables, real whole proteins and fats and whole grains. So start eating a lot more of those, especially fruits and vegetables. And step 2, do that consistently so your body learns it can trust you to feed it well. It doesn't have to worry about starving anymore. And step 3, your hormones are going to rebalance. And so you're not going to have that excessive, anxious hunger that people are experiencing in these times. You'll regain a natural rhythm and feel satisfied after your meals. You'll get hungry when it's time to eat again, not in between. My clients tell me all the time in Splendor for Good, I've never lost weight like this without feeling hungry between meals. Look, what's going on when we're getting that excessive hunger is our body is just trying to defend your survival. When you stop trying to force it to release weight by starving it, and instead commit to every day, every meal, giving it the nutrients it needs, it settles down. It starts to trust you again pretty fast, actually. And when that happens, your body stops looking for the next opportunity to store more fat. It's happy to just naturally reset to a slender weight because it trusts that plenty of nutrition is coming every day. That's why it lasts. That's sustainability. Weight loss gets easy, and hunger and cravings aren't a problem anymore. It's gorgeous. I want you to discover this. Now, if you'd like more content like this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to learn more right now about Simply Wise Eating, I'll leave a link in the description for you.